Howdy folks, how's it going? I'm in the brewery, not brewing, drinking. Now, I wasn't actually sure what I was going to do today. I planned to do this video and I thought I was in the process of changing my mind, but I didn't. There wasn't nothing I was going to do, but I'm going with this. And this is obviously, this is the version 2 of the second go at the Great Northern clone. And the reason I was looking to leave this off was I've got the family coming up this weekend, and I was thinking maybe I could get a few people to have a go at the clone versus the real thing. But end of the day, I don't know, do I really want to be jamming Great Northern down the family's neck when they come, when they're looking forward to some good beer? So here we go, let's have a bit of a go at it. So I'm just grabbing up on Brewfather both of these recipes. I'll link up back to Brew Day, to the Brew Day video, so you can have a look at that if you want. Okay. Now, I'm confusing myself. Rightio. Now, as I said, from the original brew I did, or the accidental brew, I was pretty close on the flavour, and the colour was fairly close. So I was pretty confident that this batch was going to get me into the realms. But I don't know if you can probably notice it already. The two bottles I'm pouring right now, this is the real deal. This is the real Great Northern, the original, and I did grab a Super Crisp as well. Now, I'm going to get the bottles out of the way. I don't want them. It doesn't let me go over there. And I said, you notice that they are actually quite different in colour. Now, when I did the last tasting, they were fairly close. So it certainly would appear that the change in the recipe has impacted the colour, which is a shame. I didn't think it would have that much. But interestingly, both of these beers that I've done have come up very similar in colour, which is exactly what I was trying to do. So from that point it's alright. So it's going to be more a case now of how we're going flavour wise. Colours going to be interesting. Now, original Super Crisp. So the original is 4.2% alcohol. I think it's 4.2. Yeah, 4.2. The Super Crisp is 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. So that's the original, the 4.2, the full strength that I'm trying to copy. Now we've got no head retention here. This has got nice head retention. So that's a bit of a disappointment, but I'm not too worried about head. Like I said, it's about getting the flavour. Can we get the flavour right? And even the colour, I'm not specifically worried if the colour is going to be perfectly right, if we can get the flavour. I don't think anyone who's looking to brew this beer is particularly worried about getting the colour spot on. Once again, I hope you people don't bloody appreciate this. I'm drinking Great Northern for you people. Now, a beer I despise. Well, I need to. I've got to realign the taste somehow. Now I've got nothing to bloody rinse my mouth with. That was a bad idea. Okay, the super crisp on the Great Northern, the difference is quite noticeable. It's lighter in flavour, overall malty flavour, but it's got a weird twangy sort of note to it. It's almost a bloody kick twang. And it smells like it as well. Oh fuck, that's bloody horrible. Yeah, that's got a really nasty flavour to it. That isn't in the original, so that's interesting. But so this is. Actually, I'm going to go over here first because this is the recipe that I originally I made when I was first trying to come up with a Great Northern recipe. This is the one that I come up with before I'd played around and come across the loaded dog being simmering flavour. And this is where I thought I was going to be getting, fairly ballparkish. And this is with using Barrett Burston, pale malt, some unique, little bit of medium crystal, which will appear I'll need a little bit more of for colour, and some dextrose. Super fried for a total of 15 IBU, good enough. And this was actually, I fermented this with a Mexican lager yeast liquid. And it wasn't a starter or anything, it was just a straight up, I just pitched the packet because I had a fresh pack that, given it was only a half litre batch, had effectively probably enough to do the job. So nose is completely, it's very, very different. Doesn't taste really anything like it. Doesn't really taste anything like it either. And I got that from the very initial tasting when I was bottling these off the fermenter, that was not in the same sort of flavour range. That's not a bad tasting beer though. That's not too bad at all. Fairly clean and crisp. Now, both of these brews, I was going for 4.2%, and both of them end up falling around 3.9%, just due to getting lower efficiency with the nano kettle than I had allowed for. So both beers come up the same, so they still started at the same gravity, finished at the same gravity, which is interesting because there's two very different grain bills. And there again, that's quite a different beer to that. Now, what I did was this is that original loaded dog. I'll just cut it back to 91% of the original recipe. and that should have got me to 4.2%. I said I didn't allow for the efficiency, and it's fallen a little bit under. Okay, it's come up lighter. The flavour is still very similar, it's just not as intense. And as I said, the colour's certainly dropped out, so I really think that bringing that gravity up is certainly going to get it within in the ballpark. Gladfield lager malt, Carahel, some crystal malt, and again corn sugar and dextrose. These recipes are supposedly quite a long way off what the actual brewery is doing. And again, that's sort of hard to replicate because you don't know what it is. Okay. I said when I was brewing this, I was hoping that this batch would be the one I could be able to just go back and formulate a finished recipe from. And I was actually hoping these were going to be a lot closer than what they were. And I think had I got the correct gravities that I wanted, we probably would have been much closer, because the flavour is very close. This has just got a little bit more depth. And I think it could just be a case of the wrong base malt. Yeah, I'm not sure. The hop flavour seems, and the bitterness level seems to be, it's very close. Those two are actually quite close. So that's clean. It doesn't have that bloody weird little twang there. There's still just a little bit more depth and malt in there. So I think there needs to be something to bring the colour up. So I'm thinking, you can see it's a good couple of shades there. In the last, we were sort of just, well, maybe 2 shades off. We were very close. So I think I need to get somewhere between that and that last version of the Loaded Dog. I'm thinking I probably need to bring up just the colour and that malt flavour, just by, I think, simply just increasing the percentages of the specialty malts. I think I'm happy to leave the lager malt there as it is. I think we're sitting halfway between the 2 beers. So looks like a few more tweaks need to be made. Yeah, I was hoping I'd be there, and I'm really disappointed I didn't get the target gravity on brew day for this beer, because I think that would have given me a lot better place to work from. because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I think at this point in time, yeah, just a little bit of playing around with the crystal malts and the percentages. I think they're fairly close to being right. That's got the Munich in it, and the Munich, and it certainly seems to be having a bit more of the depth of flavour. Yeah, I don't know. It's got me bloody too. I'm second guessing myself now. I thought I was going to be really close on this, and I'm further away even than what I was. But it's definitely crystal malt that's missing. The underlying flavours are pretty close. I'm thinking some carapils is going to help with the might help with the head retention, and also increasing those other specialties as well. So. Guys, yeah, sorry, it's not nailed yet. There is going to need to be a third version. So when I get to that, I do not know. But I think I'll have to try and slip one in somewhere. As I said, the brew days I'm trying to bring over to the new tasting and brew day all in one video, and I've got one of them. Yeah, I've got a brew on working through that process. I think I can possibly slip this in as a brew day in between and still do it as a brew day video. I think there's enough interest, I think, in to keep this one going as on the old style, and brew it and see how it finishes up. So yeah. Back to the old drawing board, as they say. But yeah, I think I've got 2 beers now, 2 recipes that I need to work with. I know what I've got a clearer idea to some degree of where my parameters are and where I'm at. So, guys, you'll be seeing me soon when we play around with this one again. We're gonna get this. Certainly gonna get, yeah, close enough to be happy with it. So anyway, comments and questions as always down the bottom, guys. Big shout out to all Little John's Patreons, guys. Thank you for your support. It's that help that makes sure that allows me to be able to play around and do this sort of thing, brew beers that I'm not really going to drink, too much of it. If you're subscribed, good. If you're not, hit the subscribe button down there in the corner and give me a thumbs up. Hit the like button, that helps the channel as well. So that's me, Little John. I'm out of here. I've got 4. I was going to say 4 beers that aren't particularly nice, but these 2 actually aren't too bad. It's funny because as much as I'm trying to recreate this, which are not particularly nice beers, these are nicer and actually drinkable while still getting into the same sort of flavour range. Work that one out. Anyway, stay tuned, watch me take this one, which is reasonably drinkable, to that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, till I see you again. We're brewing beer, we're drinking beer, we're talking beer, good brewing.